Reaction Podcast. First Reactions Podcast.
That's the intro.
Hello, welcome back to the First Reactions Podcast. I'm Joe.
And I am Will Zuffer.
And together we are the First Reactions
Podcast, the only 5-star podcast on Apple Podcasts.
The only one. So everyone that says, oh, we have 5 stars because of our rating is wrong. Mm-hmm. We are the only right
They
ones.
don't read the small print,
Yeah,
whereas we do.
The small print clearly states that First Reactions is the only 5-star podcast. Speaking of being the only 5-star podcast, we got a review.
From First Reactions 5 Ever.
Which makes it sound like we did a
We
fan
did it,
account.
yeah. We didn't.
We've faked it, yeah, to get a review.
The review says, high quality memes for low quality post-teens.
Yes.
I like it.
It's like giving us compliments and insulting the audience. But
At the same time, but I mean, I would listen to this podcast, and so it's insulting me as well as giving me a compliment. so I love it.
Insulting me.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for giving us a review. If you want to, head over to Apple Podcasts or I don't. Is that what it's called?
It's called
iTunes. I don't know.
The actual app's called Apple Podcasts, but then if you listen to it on your computer or whatever, it's iTunes. So sort it out. Apple.
Whatever you want to do, mate. Just go on whatever it's
or Spotify.
called.
Or Google.
Can you leave reviews on Spotify?
Don't know.
Maybe we've got a review on Spotify. I don't even know how to look at that.
I don't think there is.
Well, thank you very much for listening and watching. Anyway, that made it sound like we were ending the podcast. It's the end of the
Thanks
podcast.
for
Goodbye. So there's a couple of things. Obviously, this isn't a First Reactions episode on, obviously, like Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
or
we've been
Marvel
pretty heavy on Game of Thrones recently.
Yeah.
And of course Endgame, so this is a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, more memes and just general things. Still First Reactions.
General things.
General things, major things. So yeah, we're going to be. We
saluted for the audio people.
We both had autism at the same time then. So this episode we're going to be talking about. So first of all, some like general news stuff, and then the main thing, which is probably the title of the podcast, is tier lists. So we're going to be going down and ranking our like best. I think you came with the idea for Marvel movies. Mm-hmm. There's Pokemon on there as well. I think like starters. There's all sorts of stuff. So we'll be just going down our favourite ones of those. We'll just decide whatever the fuck we're going to do.
Do the ranking. First reaction ranking.
First reactions ranking. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Sonic movie in general. And like the abomination that is the trailer that got released.
They released a trailer for the Sonic movie that they've been working on. And
I don't know how long they've been working on it.
Jim Carrey's in it. He's Dr. Eggman. And then they showed the Sonic animation, and it just looks a bit creepy, doesn't it?
I remember when they released the screenshot, like the poster, the teaser image that was like a silhouetted version of Sonic, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it looks really bad." Why
From that, from a shadow.
Did you not?
Oh, shadow.
Oh, shadow.
From a silhouette.
Yeah, it looked really, really bad, and then someone did like an artist's interpretation of what it would be like without the shadow, and it looked awful.
Really?
That looks better than what we actually got in the trailer. Now, there's another bit of information that I don't know if you know. The director of the film spoke out about this. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Good.
Well, if it's what you're going to say, that they're going to change it.
Yeah, so they're literally going to go back into production and change how Sonic looks, which is insane. I can't believe, like, that. I'm pleased that they care that much about it, but, like, that's a lot of effort. It's just, why didn't they design it better in the first place?
Yeah.
Surely if you've got to the point where you've got a trailer and you've got a finished film, you're then like, okay, I'm happy with this. Despite what anyone else thinks, I'm happy with this. So clearly he wasn't happy with it.
They would have had to have review meetings and stuff and gone over it, and then I could just imagine someone looking at it and going, no, that's a bit too much like the cartoon character. Give him human teeth.
Yes.
The teeth are creepy.
The teeth are creepy. The eyes, like so I would say, Sonic's defining feature is like his eyes are basically the size of his head. I know they're trying to make him like it's a live action, so they're trying to make it realistic in inverted commas for the audio people. But like, they just did it so badly. They went, how do we make it realistic? Small eyes, human teeth, which are two characteristics that Sonic doesn't have. Just because he's blue doesn't make it Sonic.
Even if they're trying to make it realistic in a real world situation, like everything else around Sonic will be real people, a real setting.
Exactly.
If he doesn't look as real life, that's okay.
I mean, he's not a literal hedgehog.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if they did that and they just made him
made him
into
a
a hedgehog that was blue.
Just filmed a hedgehog, right? Didn't even animate it. Just voiced over the top.
Just everyone's like, oh my god, he's going so fast. And
Gotta go fast!
It's just a hedgehog crawling along the road.
That's what he put on his tweet. Hashtag gotta fix fast.
Yeah.
With
Which,
a
I
spanner.
mean, are they keeping the... Did they have a release date, and are they keeping that same release date?
Dunno.
Because that's insane.
The animators are going to have to work day and night.
Yeah,
if
mate,
that's the case.
I have to commend his dedication to it, because he's clearly wants it to be a good movie that fans would enjoy. And most directors will probably just go, fuck it, I've done it. Let's just release it.
Give me a beer.
Can't be arsed, give me a beer. That's my motto. But yeah, so I'm just glad that it's being fixed, and I'm also kind of glad that it existed in the first place.
Imagine
for
if
all the memes.
they quote unquote fix it and it ends up being worse than that.
Yeah, they listen to the fans but do the opposite of what the fans say.
They've obviously seen all the memes that are online, which is quite funny as well.
Like there was one, I think. I mean, have you seen Donkey's video?
Yeah.
On it, that was so good. And then there's
like
one where
Donkey.
Sonic's the genie from Aladdin, just like crossing all the memes together. It's really really good. But it was amazing that the artists' renditions from the trailer, like people take a screenshot and just make it look like Sonic, and it would look really really good. Just make the eyes bigger and get rid of human teeth. That's all you have to do. It's just, how did it get to the point where it was a trailer before anyone realised that? Oh dear.
I could put it in Photoshop and spend about 15
Just
minutes.
use the
not
stretch
even that.
tool
Yeah.
just to move the eyes and then erase the teeth.
Me, a literal mong.
Okay, speaking of literal mongs, let's move on to politics.
Oh, okay, juicy.
So, we don't talk about anything that serious on this podcast, so you might be thinking...
If you've not figured that out by now.
You might be thinking, why are we moving on to politics? Well, there's a really, really good meme in Ukrainian politics,
Right,
and
then.
I'm not sure if you know about it, because I know you do watch Philip DeFranco every so often.
Yeah, not that often anymore. I used to watch him loads.
Yeah, I still quite regularly watch him.
Is that where you found this from?
Yeah, and he's been covering this story, which is insane, like completely insane. If one part of this story was true, it would be insane, but there's so many. So let's just get onto it.
All right.
So in Ukraine, there is a TV show about a teacher that accidentally becomes the prime minister or president. I don't know what
Like
they
a
have.
drama series.
Yeah,
Okay.
like not a documentary, like an actor who accidentally becomes prime minister or president, whatever the Ukrainians have. I didn't look into
Vladimir
it.
Putin.
Well, he's Russian.
Yeah, but they basically own Ukraine anyway.
But I'm not talking about Vladimir Putin. They're literally Ukraine's politician. And they were having a, what's it called? It's not a referendum, a vote for the prime minister or whatever.
General election.
That's the word I was searching for, general election. And
General election.
it would be, so I know you know memes, so I can see that you're probably thinking that, maybe this what happened in the show happened in real life and a teacher became a prime minister by accident. It's better than that. The actor that plays the teacher that becomes prime minister is in the running to become the Ukrainian prime minister and was winning, and then literally like a week ago became the president / prime minister of Ukraine.
That's cool.
So he's literally an actor that played his character accidentally became the president, has become the president in real life.
Imagine that happening over here. Just like Idris Elba or David Tennant, they become the prime minister.
It's insane. I mean, it kind of happened with Donald Trump though.
Pretty much, yeah.
He ran The Apprentice in America. He was like the Lord Sugar or whatever.
Yep.
Imagine him.
He's the equivalent, yeah.
Yeah, like that's... But it's just, I find it amazing that what he actually played in the TV show
Actually
happened to him in real life. And he got like major public votes and things. The reason that they wanted to get rid of the old prime minister was because they wanted to get rid of all the corruption that they thought was happening. But now there's like shady conspiracy theories that make you think they used him because he was so good at acting in the show that really he doesn't actually have his own opinions and he's corrupted as well and he's just like a puppet. So shady politics.
So like the House of Cards. Have you seen House of Cards?
I haven't, but I know what it is.
Yeah, Frank Underwood's shady and he becomes the president.
Mate, imagine, it's literally the equivalent of Kevin Spacey becoming president in real world. That's what's happened in Ukraine. It's just, Ukraine is insane. Usain Bolt
is the president.
Confirmed. You heard it here first. First reactions.
Exclusive.
So that's all the politics that I really wanted to talk about, but
nice.
It's a fucking quality meme.
First reaction first, talking about politics, but maybe not the last. If you want more politics, let us know.
We just become a politics podcast. Two people that know pretty much nothing about politics talking about politics. Well, I don't even know if Ukraine have a president or a prime minister. Didn't even do enough research to know that.
All right, Joe. If you went to meet a YouTuber as like a meet and greet kind of thing.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Would you pay for it?
Personally, would I want to?
Yeah.
I can see why people would.
Would it depend on who that would be?
It would definitely. I might pay to see, like when I was younger, big fan of Tobuscus. Would have probably paid to see him. Right now, I mean, we are paying to see KSI in concert. We've got tickets for that. But that's not like a meet and greet. He's actually doing something. So. Yeah.
But if you were going to meet Tobuscus when you were a big fan of him, how much probably would you pay? Maximum?
Maximum, probably about £15 to £30 maximum.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, James Charles is doing his Sisters tour. And
do you have to say it like that when you say Sisters?
Hey, Sisters.
Tour? Hey, sister!
Have you look at a speech impediment? Have you seen...
a combination of James Charles and Quad Echo. Hey, sister!
Uh-huh. Wow. Have you seen the horror edit that someone's made of James Charles going, "Hey, sisters"?
No.
It's like a proper horror movie.
Oh, mate. So I'm a bit kind of... I know about the... I think what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, let me say it then.
Go on then.
So, James Charles is charging people for a VIP meet and greet $500.
It's fucking insane. 500. What's going to happen?
You go and say hi, take a selfie. Next person comes in.
But yeah, but what makes it VIP? That's the thing. Like, because I think
it's just a name.
There's different levels. I think of the
Sisters Tour hierarchy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think there's a general admission ticket. I don't know what that gets you. So I don't know what VIP gets you.
He's doing a tour, but I don't know what his show would be.
Is he just...
I guess he's doing a show, but then you can pay to meet him afterwards. Is
his show him putting makeup on?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Is that a thing? I'm sure that's not a thing.
But when I went to see Twatty Live, which is with Will and E and Stephen Tries, they did a meet and greet thing afterwards. And I'm pretty sure you had to pay with it. You had to pay for it. But I think it was about 50 quid in as well as the ticket. So which is okay, I think. The ticket was like 30 anyway.
Well, if the ticket's 30, then 20 quid to meet them. That part's where it gets a little grey area for me. Because Twatty, I didn't go, but it seemed like...
It was quite good. It was genuinely all right.
It seemed like it was things that you couldn't get anywhere else, as though like they had jokes and they have a good rapport. It's like going to see like a comedian or whatever.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Whereas watching someone put makeup on is literally what he does in all of his videos. Why would you pay money to go and see him do it live?
Yeah, well, we don't know that's what he's doing, but if that is what he's doing, then...
Allegedly.
But then I saw something today that was, do you know Jojo Siwa?
Yes, but I mean, not personally, but I know who she is.
I saw her last Sunday.
When you met up with her for a roast
well, she's doing a similar thing, and she is charging a lot more than $500. She's charging $3,000
for VIP.
Yep, to go and meet her.
What the fuck? She can't even speak.
$3,000.
Just look at
Sorry,
analytics.
audio people.
That's when every single person that was listening stopped listening.
Yeah, it seems a bit mental to me. I was thinking about it based on me being a YouTuber when I went to the events like Insomnia.
Yeah.
So when they were really, really popular, they did meet and greets for some of the YouTubers that went there, and I was one of them, and we had allocated slots that they'd tell people on a schedule when they were. So obviously I turned up. I didn't expect there to be many people. And one of the times I turned up, there was like a whole queue of people.
Oh.
Which to me was absolutely mental.
Yeah.
Like, I expected there to maybe be a couple of people, and that's cool enough.
That would be sick.
For there to be a queue to see me and take a picture. Mate. I thought that was sick, and never would I think about charging someone. Yeah. But I understand that if they're doing a show, and if they're that big, and you're kind of worth it in a way.
Yeah, I understand paying for a show. I understand that literally not everyone can meet you, so making it free is annoying. But what you could do is say, like, the first 50 people that sign up get a free meet and greet. Anyone else who wants to pay, you pay for certain slots or whatever. Uh-huh. That could be a thing. And I think that should be a thing for most people, because A, they're already there if they bought a ticket for the live show. B, you're already there. Why can't you just meet someone? Like, it's not even paying to, like, for the venue or anything, because that's for the concert or that's for the performance or whatever. Like, you're paying literally just go through a door and say hello. It's just so strange.
Some YouTube meet and greets, like, I'm sure you've seen the video from VidCon where Logan Paul, and it's Logan Paul being a dickhead, but he gets that camera and, like, there's swarms of people. Like, that can happen, and it can get out of control really easily.
So that's the only reason I think why paying having a paywall means that kind of stuff doesn't happen. But
$3,000.
Yes, that's just money grab.
And she's 13, 14 years old or
Which
something.
Which also makes me think it's not her then that's doing that.
Yeah.
So someone's like...
either a parent or a manager.
Yeah, like her agent is probably raking in the money.
She probably doesn't have that good a perspective of how much money is worth at that age.
Especially because she's, I'm assuming, got quite a bit of money. So she must think, not that it's normal, but like it's definitely normalised for her being like, oh, £3,000 isn't that
much. Especially being in the LA lifestyle.
I've got like $500,000 in the bank account. I'm fine. And 3,000, yeah, it's easy.
Yeah. But altogether, it's just a bit mental.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's. I think we talked about loads and loads of.
Yeah, a wide variety of topics.
That was pretty good for the first.
I just went to like. I went to shuffle on my chair for the audio people, and I kind of stood up, and my legs just went forwards, and I.
You have control of your body, Will. You know that. You just stood up and went, "Mah!"
It's because I did the 5K this morning.
Oh, your legs gave way. Mm-hmm. Oh, mate. How fast did you do the 5K in?
25:45.
Do you want to hear something's better than 24?
25:45.
Do you know the SpongeBob meme?
Say it.
That's the meme. SpongeBob says, do you want to know something that's better than 24? And Patrick goes, let me hear it. And SpongeBob goes, 25.
25.
It's a really good meme.
It sounds like a good meme, though. I'm sure I've seen every SpongeBob episode, but not for a while.
I was hoping that you'd do the Patrick line and you'd know the meme.
Next time.
Okay, so let's move on to the meat and potatoes, the bread and butter, the tier lists. We are going to be explaining everything that's going on.
It's quite easy to explain. We're just ranking things in order of how good we think they are.
But if you want to see us move things on a screen...
yeah, it's pretty compelling.
Then tune into the video version. If you're already here, hello, you can see us waving.
For the audio people.
Okay, what is the tier list that we should do first?
Well, we thought of Marvel first, so I guess we could do that.
Where do we go?
Just search Marvel.
Search.
Yeah.
Where do we go? On the search thing.
The search.
Why is it not typing?
Mate, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and someone did something like stand up, and then the co-host said, he's standing up for the audio people. And I was like,
really?
That's what we do.
I thought that was like an exclusive meme to us.
Well, they didn't do it as a meme. They were just... because he was doing some kind of action. But Marvel movies, including Endgame, yeah.
Yeah, so we can... This will be really interesting because...
this is where it gets a bit edgy.
We both liked Endgame, but I don't think we liked it as much as some other Marvel movies. So.
Yeah, so are we ranking it individually, or are we going to do it together?
I think we do together and try and rate it the best that we can. Like, combine all of our opinions. Mm-hmm. For some reason, this isn't like big enough to fit on one screen.
Okay. So on the side, we've got different tiers, and I think we should change this to just like A, B, C, D, because I don't think any of the Marvel movies really are dumb or not okay.
Yeah. So we're going to have S tier.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know why that's a
super
thing.
tier.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I think so. Something like that. Special tier?
And then F. Okay, well...
Special, A, B, C, D, F.
Yes, because it has to end on F. I don't know why we don't have an E, but who cares?
Okay. So we're doing one together, yeah?
Yeah, so should we literally start with the first film that's on here, which is Avengers?
Yeah, sure.
The first Avengers movie. Where would you want to put this?
Personally, I would put it towards the middle / middle upper, so maybe a B.
I think giving it anything less than a B is, like, traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's fair, yeah, no, it fits in B.
Because that moment where they're all... Just literally, I think it should be... To be honest, I'm thinking it should be A, just for that one scene where they're all stood together in that movie and the camera pans around them in the middle of the fight in New York.
Just for that scene.
Just for that scene. Because this is literally... It was the first time that this is ever done, and it proved that you can make a cinematic universe a thing.
Out of huge characters.
Yeah, like they had 3 separate movies, brought them all in, including Hulk, who had a really shit first movie, and managed to make it amazing. So I think it's definitely deserves an A tier.
I need to rewatch that one. I've not seen it in so long.
But
yeah, we'll put it in A.
That brings us on to the really shit Hulk movie.
Incredible Hulk.
I don't think it was really shit, but comparatively
to other Marvel movies, then it's definitely a D or an F.
Yeah. Which one are we going for then?
I feel like just so we can space the movies out more, because there's 22, put it down in F.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we need to have some in F. I don't think it's in general movie terms. Oh, the camera's gone. Bear with. There's a bear with us. In general movie terms, I don't think it's a really, really bad movie.
No.
But in MCU terms, I think it might be.
Yeah, it's one of the weakest by far.
Okay, this next one. Captain America, the first Avenger.
First Avenger. Well, we talked about this before, and it's one of, if not my favourite Marvel movies. So for me, it would be in special tier, but I know that's not your view on it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the most controversial out of all of them, because... I don't like it. Really?
You said something to me the other day that proves that you're not a true Marvel fan. So would you like to say that on the podcast again?
I don't think I've properly watched it all the way through, ever. I think when I started watching it, I just thought it was pretty shit.
I've seen all the Marvel movies all the way through.
Right then.
So who's the bigger
got a big
fan? Who's the bigger far?
Who's the biggest Jafar from Aladdin?
Not Will Smith. All right, so I would put it in special. It's one of my favourite ones. It's the Captain America origin story, which I really like. There's sentimental moments in it. There's good battles in it. I like it. But where would you put it? And we can go in the middle.
I think it should go in the middle, so I'm thinking B.
All right.
Because I'd probably put it in D.
Okay, that's in the middle for both of us then.
So it's hurting me, and I'm assuming hurting you putting it there for different reasons. But what's this? I can't even see it. Winter Soldier? Oh, Iron Man. First one.
Don't know which one. That's the first one down there.
This is the second. Yeah, it's got the guy with the electric things.
Yeah.
They should just have names.
The Ukrainian guy who became the president. If this is a highlight, then you won't have a clue what that reference was from. So check out the full podcast.
I'm just going to move the camera again because it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit skew a whiff. So Iron Man 2, this one is. I like all of the Iron Man movies, but as we'll have to distinguish which one's the best out of all 3 of them.
Yes. So should we address? I'll put all the Iron Mans in here.
Yeah, let's do all Iron Mans.
Where's the third one? Is that the No, that's not.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. That is.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. Iron Man 3. Okay. So, which one do you think is the worst out of the 3?
Okay.
Let's start there.
I know which one I like the best, and then the other 2 I think are just on par as being decent movies.
Okay, well, that's good, because I know which one I don't like. Iron Man 3.
Okay, yeah. Well, that can be our lowest one then.
I think it does a lot for the character and the build-up in the whole MCU. He has a panic attack in a restaurant, and it's like his arc, the fact that he's gone from Playboy philanthropist to then, after going through the time hole spacey thing in Avengers, to then having a panic attack because someone mentions the Battle of New York to him. Like, that's a massive jump in 3 movies, and it shows the development. But that's the only good part for me.
Okay.
So
the baddie in that, the first time I watched it, I thought the baddie was sick until they revealed it, and then you're a bit like, oh.
Yeah.
And then if you watch it again, the whole impact of the baddie doesn't have the same impact.
Mandarin.
Yeah,
yeah, he's revealed to just be an actor, which I thought that reveal was funny and I liked it, but I also like the Mandarin as a character, so I don't know. I thought it was a bit pooey.
And my favourite one out of the 3 has to be the first one.
Yes, I agree. I think that's this one.
So if we put the first one in A,
yep, I'd agree with
in
A.
B, third one in C.
Hey. Let's do it like that then. Okay, next movie. So we've done the Iron Man movies. The next one it's telling us to do, I think, is Endgame.
That's Infinity War.
Is that Infinity War?
Yeah.
I think we leave that. I think we should do, because we've done the Iron Man movies as a whole, I think Captain America movies now. So we've got Captain America, Winter Soldier, and then we've got Civil War. Where's Civil War?
Yeah, that one. Civil War.
Okay, so we've put First Avenger in B tier. Mm-hmm. Where is Winter Soldier going to go?
Okay, well, this is where we're going to differ on opinion again, I think.
No! We can't, Will.
I like the first Avenger better than Winter Soldier. So I would...
What is this?
So based on our ranking, I would have to do it below B. But if I was doing my own ranking, then the first Avenger would be up there, and Winter Soldier would either be A or B. So how are we going to do it?
Then, well, we're just ranking each movie. So we're not ranking it based on the other movies. I mean, we kind of are.
We have to, yeah.
Fuck. Well...
But then we can compromise like we did with...
Yeah, so compromise, I'd put that in S tier.
You would, yeah.
So that's like insane for me. It might be my favourite MCU movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
I don't think it can be anywhere apart from A. I'll compromise if you want me to, but...
We can put it in A. I would put it in B or C, and you'd put it in S. Based on this list, because First Avenger for me, so we'll put it in A.
A, that's fine for me. So, Civil War, I think that is also up there for completely different reasons than Winter Soldier. I think that's maybe number 1 or number 2 of my favourites. I've got a lot that I feel like are my number 1. But I'd put Civil War it was basically an Avengers film just as a Captain America film. An Avengers film centred around Captain America. Before
I looked back on all the Marvel movies, after a while, before I was even bothered about them that much, I thought that was an Avengers movie. In my head, I just remembered it.
It's more of an Avengers movie than Age of Ultron is, I feel.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't have Thor in and Hulk, but it's still a really, really good movie. Where would you put it?
I think I prefer Winter Soldier, so below Winter Soldier.
Fair.
But it'd still be up there, so I'd say B.
Well, I know you would put it below Winter Soldier, for increments, but I think I'd say it's as good as Winter Soldier, maybe a little bit worse, but I don't think it's a whole tier worse. Are you thinking it's a whole tier worse?
I think we should keep it in B.
All right, we're keeping it in B then. Compromises. Okay, so...
Civil War, don't want to go in B.
That's a very niche meme. Right, I think now we tackle the Thor movies. Okay. I'm not putting it in D for that being its actual rating yet. I'm just...
For the video people.
Yeah, I'm just putting them there.
Just putting them there just so...
Is this Thor?
No, that's Black Panther.
There he is. Can't see it at all. There he is. Okay. So this is Thor 1. Where are we putting this? Yeah. I think we have similar opinions to this.
Okay, honestly, from not watching in a while, I can't remember the difference between 1 and 2, but I remember them not being that great. I like Thor as a character, but as movies, comparatively, they're not that great.
The main difference is Thor has bleached eyebrows in the first one and doesn't in the second one. That's the main difference. Do you want to see Thor's bleached eyebrows?
Asshole.
Those bleached eyebrows. Look at that. What? Look at how weird it is compared to normal.
That's
all right. We both
not right then, is it?
It looks so bad, and his beard as well. I'm so glad they got rid of it and realised.
Bleach his beard as well.
Yeah, it's just all blonde. I know that from Mr. Sunday Movies. So shout out to him.
Shout out Mr. Sunday Movies, not Mr. Saturday Movies.
No, we don't like Saturday movies.
Just Sunday. Okay, so we can. What about compared to Hulk? Are they down in Hulk's tier or slightly better?
I think the second movie apart from the fact that it has an Infinity Stone in, being the ether, I did inverted commas because it's not really a stone. I don't think that's a very good movie at all.
Okay.
The redeeming part was Loki dying, which was a really impactful moment, and then he didn't die and he tricked them and becomes the leader of Asgard. So,
in the movie or in another?
In the movie.
Okay, well, let's put that in F then.
So I'm definitely putting that in F. I might even say that's worse than Hulk. So I think maybe we move Hulk up to D.
They could both be in F.
You're like, that's a shit movie too.
But what about Thor 1 in D or
I think
in F as well?
I mean,
it's one of the two. It can't be C.
Yeah, let's keep it in D
because there's so many.
Thor Ragnarok. Now this is we talk about redemption arcs. This is the film's redemption arc. Thor Ragnarok is a sick movie. Did we watch it together?
We did at cinema, yeah.
Very, very drunk. Or was I just very, very drunk?
No, we both were.
Okay. We every so often we play a drinking game to watching Marvel movies, and I think that was definitely one of them.
It was.
Drink every time there's like product placement.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the movie the day after.
Yeah, I had to watch it again as well.
But no, it would be up there for me in either A or Special.
I think A is definitely a good place for it. I think because of our differing opinions, we're like, S is never going to happen because we have to both agree that it's S for it to happen.
So what, would you just put that in A then, or would you put it lower?
I'd put that in A, definitely. Okay. I wouldn't, over the movies that we've put in A, I wouldn't say it's better than those. I'd say it's on par with those in A. I just hit the mic for the audio people, very sorry.
Sorry, audio people. What should we go for next? The Ant-Man ones or Guardians?
Ant-Man's, yeah, let's go for Ant-Man's. Where's the first one? I'm rubbish at seeing
There
this.
it is.
Ant-Man, okay. What do you think of
Ant-Man and the Wasp? The Ant-Man movies, I think, get more stick than they deserve.
Agreed.
I think they're genuinely alright, but they're not in the high-tier Marvel movies.
I agree thinking that they're generally alright if we're talking about the first Ant-Man. I thought the second Ant-Man was a pile of horse bollocks.
Really?
I hated the second Ant-Man.
I thought it was alright.
We went to the cinema with my friend Ellie, not the Ellie that has been on the podcast. And
wait, did I watch it with you?
Yeah. We both went to see it. You and Jenny as well. Yeah. So we were. That was her introduction, kind of, to Marvel.
The Wasp.
And no, it was Ellie's introduction to Marvel. The Wasp.
Ellie the Wasp.
But a little side note, Ellie thinks it's called Lord of the Flies. she's just really bad with names.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is called Lord of the Flies.
She always says, like, that Lord of the Flies is a really bad movie. I was like, it's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, so I say Ant-Man 1 in C and Ant-Man and the Wasp in D.
Okay. I think that's worse than Thor for me, but I'll stick it in. I'll stick it in the D. Okay, so I want to do Captain Marvel just because I've seen it there.
Okay.
So did we go see Captain Marvel together again? Mate, we just seen every movie together.
Seen them all. It's not true, but a lot of recent ones.
Yeah. What did you think of Captain Marvel then? Where is it going?
Yeah, I went into Captain Marvel having like no idea who she was or anything to do with the story. And
I went in knowing a lot about everything.
As I went in with no expectations, I came out thinking that was quite good. Not the best again.
Yeah.
So I would put it
an average Marvel
C.
movie. But an average Marvel movie is a decent movie. Like, just because it doesn't rank very highly with the other Marvel movies. I mean, some people obviously don't agree with that. I love PewDiePie, but he hates Marvel movies. Yeah, with a passion. And it really annoys me. He goes like,
even
you
the
like
ones
Marvel
with Nazis
movies.
in.
Yeah, surprise. Maybe that's why he hates them, because Nazis are portrayed as bad guys, and he's a Nazi.
First reactions exclusive.
PewDiePie's a Nazi. I don't think anyone's said that before.
Okay, so where would you put Captain Marvel?
Yes, let's get back on track. Not PewDiePie's Nazism. I went in with lots of expectations, opposite of you, and I just wanted the Skrulls to be bad. I liked the twist, but I wanted there to be bad Skrulls at the end. Didn't think it was that good of a movie, but really liked Nick Fury in it, I thought.
Yeah, I like that as well.
I thought he stole the show. I don't really like Brie Larson in general and as Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
so.
She seems like a bit of an annoying person in all the interviews she does.
So, apart from that, I'd say it's an average movie, but because of the Skrull thing, I'd be putting it down to D.
Okay, can go there.
Yeah, but then the fact that it's in the same tier as Ant-Man and the Wasp really hurts me because Ant-Man and the Wasp is so bad. I think Captain Marvel deserves to be D tier. Ant-Man and the Wasp could just like be in. We changed the letters, and the last one said "what." I'm pretty sure.
What?
Like,
Dumb.
What is it? And so it should go in "what." Ant-Man and the Wasp should be in "what."
Okay. But I'm bringing it up, so.
Yeah,
First reactions, wrist. First reactions, wrist.
First reactions to my wrist for the video, people.
List.
Okay, let's do Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So where are we putting Doctor Strange?
For me, it would be low down. It's all right again.
I thought visually it was insane. Like some of the stuff that they did was crazy. I thought the way that the fact that there was two bad guys, like because there was a bad wizardy person, and then there was a bad like Dormammu was like a god.
Dormammu.
That's pretty good. And I thought they did that really, really well. It wasn't just the stereotypical fights, same person as him. They added like an extra element to it, and then he defeats him not by being more powerful, by outsmarting him and putting him in a time loop. I thought that was sick, which is why we did a video on a possible theory about the Endgame.
That was very, very right.
Definitely right. No, so I thought that part was really, really good, and I think that boosts it up for me, in my opinion.
Okay.
So where would you put it? What tier?
I liked Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and the Wasp more than Doctor Strange.
Wow. Controversial. See, I don't know whose opinions would be controversial in general. Like, I don't know a general opinion for, like, Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. So, but I think...
Shall we look up a list online after we've done ours?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to do this after the podcast, at least. Like, look up loads of lists. So I think I'm happy with Doctor Strange being in C, to be honest.
Okay, yep. Keep it there.
Is that okay for you?
Yeah. It's both of our lists, so it's cool.
Okay, I'm just going to go from this end now because I want to save like Endgame till be last. So Till be last. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Now, I'm pretty sure.
This is one where I think we actually have similar opinions.
I was going to say I'm pretty sure we both saw this film together again.
Yeah, we did.
And I'm pretty sure I was drunk.
Yeah, it was the night when we went on the golf course at 5 a.m. So I wasn't drunk because I was driving until we got back.
Yeah. We make Marvel films almost like pre-drinks for like a night out almost. So yeah, I thought Spider-Man was a really, really good film. It's one of the few Marvel films, because I don't really like watching Marvel films again. It's one of the few ones that I think I've seen 10 times.
Really?
And even Winter Soldier, I think I've seen that 2, maybe 3 times. But Spider-Man, it's just such a good movie to rewatch over and over again.
Yeah.
I think I'd put it in S tier.
Do you know what? I think I would too.
Have we agreed?
Got an S.
Can we high five for the audio people?
Yeah, the twist got me in that. I love Spider-Man in general.
The whole driving scene with what's his name? The bad guy, Vulture. What's his actor's name?
Don't know.
Oh, he's such a good actor. I want to say Kevin Costner, but it's not him. It's definitely not him, but whoever the fuck it is. He's an amazing actor and he's brilliant in that. And then one of your favourite scenes that you were going to choose for our favourite scene video was when he's pushing
when he's stuck in the rubble. Yeah,
there's the fact that there's 2 scenes in that one movie that could be contenders for best Marvel scene ever. That in itself should put it in S tier, but it's also a fucking really good film.
It's in S tier.
Whoop whoop. I'll create an S tier sound effect. I definitely won't, and I'll just forget.
Just do that one. What? The Zelda tune.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
Okay.
Where's this other one? There, that's 2. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Now, for me, that film, when it came out, I was like, I hope this will be the decider to see if Marvel are able to do the space stuff well, first of all, because I knew kind of that was where Marvel were going at the time. I was also the decider for me if they could bring in random characters that no one's heard about, no one cares about, and make them likable and amazing, and they fucking nailed it. They did such a good job of making a talking tree that says 3 words and a raccoon be people's favourite characters in the whole entire of the MCU. The fact that they did that is insane. Plus Chris Pratt. I
I
would.
knew what I was going to say.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like both of them. I like the 80s music as well. It goes so well with it. The intro to the second one,
Mate.
That's so good, with Mr. Blue Sky in the background.
Yes, so with Baby Groot dancing and the fight happening in the background.
But as a whole movie, I think I like the first one better than the second one.
Much better, yeah. I thought they wasted Ego the Living Planet on that movie, because he's like I can't remember what it's called. It's not a deity, but like in the comics, it's there's only like a handful of these like powerful people in existence, and Ego the Living Planet is one of those, and they just kind of like get rid of him. I was just kind of like, what? And then that means that Star-Lord loses his half of his power because he was half of that deity. So he actually had a power, which is why he could hold the Power Stone in the first movie, because he was powerful. He wasn't just a human.
Very nice.
So that's why I don't like the second as much as the first.
So first B.
Yeah.
You were going to put it in A then.
I was. I think it's a...
I feel like we could put it in A.
Do you agree with A?
I'd say A or B.
Then A, I'm happy with that.
Right.
I'd even go so far as to say Galaxy 2 is C.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, well, yeah, I was going to say A or
bad,
B
but
and then C.
It's really, really good. But then I compare it to like the fact that we got Civil War in B. It's definitely worse than Civil War. So,
Right, what's next? Avengers or Black Panther?
Let's do Black Panther, then we've got the Avengers films left. I know we've already done the first Avengers, but you know what I mean. Okay, so Black Panther... critically acclaimed, was up for a fucking Oscar.
Yeah, it's the highest rated Marvel movie on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and all that.
So where would you... Do you agree with that? Do you think it's that good of a movie? Do you think it's better? Do you think it's worse?
I wouldn't say personally it's the best, but I do really like it.
Okay.
It's one of the Marvel movies that I could watch and then wait a couple of weeks or a month or so and watch again, whereas a lot of the others I just wouldn't want to.
Fair.
So for me, it would be up there, and possibly an A for me.
Really? Okay, well, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I think it didn't really deserve the hype. The only reason
Don't
it got
believe the
hype... Yeah, the only reason it got hype is because it's a black superhero, which I completely understand the cultural significance of it and the fact that he's... a badass, and
I like him. I like the actual superhero Black Panther as well.
And it portrays like black culture in a way that isn't patronizing. It shows it like real, and it has a real like gut motivating, like an emotional storyline.
What with the baddie?
Yeah, with
Killmonger.
Thank you. With all of his scars and stuff, and Michael B. Jordan, that's the actor, is amazing in the film, and he deserves... to be fair, I'd be happy if he got an award for like an Oscar or whatever for his portrayal of that. I thought he was really, really good. The film as a whole, I just think there's loads of plot holes, and the whole fight scene at the end, the CGI cats having a fight, like both of them in the Black Panther suits.
CGIs aren't that great.
For it to be rated that high and have so much going on with it, like,
for it to be rated that high, it needs to be perfect, really.
And it's not. Like, I could name... I think every film that we've got in S, A, and B tier is better than Black Panther.
Okay.
I'd say by far. Maybe even like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think that's better than Black Panther.
Oof.
Doctor Strange might even be better than Black Panther for me.
Oof.
I'm clearly a racist.
Oof. So what tier would you place it in then?
I'd probably place it in C because I think it is better than Ant-Man and Iron Man 3.
Well, I'd place it in A, so let's compromise with B.
Let's compromise with B.
That's where it is anyway.
That's where it is. Good. Okay, then now we're down to the last three, the Avengers films, apart from the first one, which we've already done. Avengers Age of Ultron.
Do that one first, yeah.
Yeah, where's that going?
That is my least favourite Avengers film.
Agreed.
But
that's not saying much, because they're all the Avengers films are pretty fucking sick.
I went to the media screening of Age of Ultron in London, and they were asking everyone like what they thought afterwards, and everyone was like getting proper hyped up about it, and I was like, didn't really think it was like good.
Did they ask you and you said that?
Yeah, but they didn't. It wasn't on film or anything.
That would be so funny.
So
it's live streamed, and you're like, yeah, it's pretty shit, mate.
I would put it in either C or D.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Waluigi.
I'd put it in. I think C would be the lowest that I'd go with it. I think there's loads of amazing moments in it.
There are a couple of good scenes, but
the
overall...
after party scene, Vision was created. Ultron as a baddie is a really good baddie, and he's one of the only decent bad guys that we've had for a while. They just didn't use him very well, and the plot was pretty bad. Quicksilver was awful. Why did he exist? They just went, Fox are doing it.
I completely forgot he was even in the MCU.
Yeah. Do you know one of Hawkeye's kids, his middle name is the name of Quicksilver, whatever his character is, like Maximus or something like that.
Did you see that from New Rockstar's video?
Oh, did you see that? Yeah, that's probably where I saw it from then. On Avengers Endgame breakdown, I think, something like that. Okay, so I think C's all right place to put Avengers.
Okay.
Age of Ultron. Okay, so now we're on to the final two, the big boys.
Let's save Endgame till last to do Infinity War.
Yes, so Infinity War, I just remember being absolutely amazed and wanting to just go and spend all my money on it again and again and again. Mm-hmm. Again, we saw this together, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
I don't think we were drunk.
No, but afterwards we did.
Afterwards we were. Oh, the camera's gone for the audio people. Bear with.
Bears with again. He's coming in again. Bear Grylls.
Because the camera goes off every time we say bear with and we pretend there's a bear there. There could be a bear there. There's no proof against it. Okay, so Infinity War.
But yeah, when we watched Infinity War at the cinema, I remember you telling me that, Will, this is like a big moment in history. We might never see anything like this again. And this was just before that I properly got into Marvel movies. Like, obviously I've watched loads of them and I like superhero movies, and that was about it. I wasn't properly into the universe at this point, and I still was engrossed and loved Infinity War.
Did this make you want to kind of get involved?
Infinity War was
there. You go. I mean,
the movie that made me get involved in.
And I think it did for a lot of people. Yeah. I mean, that's all anyone ever talked about. If a film can still have memes going on about it a year afterwards when its sequel is coming out, that means that surely it's had a massive cultural impact. So
the intro of Thanos as well.
Oh mate, it's just so good, and it's like I was saying with the first Avengers, it's the culmination of so many films finally coming to a head.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they went, we've got so many characters, who do we make as the main character? Thanos. And they made the protagonist of the film the antagonist, essentially.
Pretty much.
I just thought they did it so well.
Thor's sick in it as well.
Thor, oh my god. And then the end should have gone for the head.
Yeah.
There were so many good parts.
Captain America's good.
There were, off the top of my head, I can't really think of many bad parts.
Me either.
Any negatives. I know there are. I'm sure there were potholes.
I watched it again before Endgame. Not right before, because I'm not a crazy moron with 7 hours to spare. But a week before we watched Endgame, just so I could refresh my memory. And I was still sick, which is one of the reasons why I got my hopes up so much for Endgame, because of how much I liked Infinity War.
I think it's much easier to create a build-up than it is to create a payoff. And Infinity War was the build-up to Endgame, and it fucking did a really good job of building up.
It did.
Where would you put it?
So where are we placing it? Either probably S.
I think I'd put S as well.
Yeah.
I think it's so strange that we've got Infinity War and obviously a massive film, and then Spider-Man: Homecoming, both in S tier. But I think they both deserve to be there.
They deserve it.
Again, for me, Captain America: Winter Soldier would be up there. I'm trying to think of another film that might be an S tier for me. Maybe even the Avengers. Yeah. First Avengers.
If I was doing my own list, I would have those two. Captain America,
the first Avenger in S,
and
S for special needs,
and maybe Ragnarok.
Yeah, okay,
maybe.
I'd be all right with Ragnarok being in there. I wouldn't be all right with the first Avenger, but I
think we all know that by now.
Just to clarify.
In case you didn't know by now.
You missed that point. Okay, so now we're getting to probably the most... We're in the end game now. The most controversial pick, probably.
I think so, which is why we left it last.
And I think we're both going to kind of agree on where it should be.
Okay.
I I don't think it's going to be controversial with us. I think it's going to be controversial with you guys watching. So, what was good about Endgame?
Yeah, well, if you want to see our legit first reactions, click on this video that will be linked above
my
Joe's
head.
So we did a podcast right after we saw it. What is good about it? I enjoyed some... What's good about it? I'm trying to think. I'm joking. The whole third act I thought was really good. Like, it was mainly all the battle sequence and then the little after bit. Apart from a couple of moments that I thought were kind of just
like the girls
shoehorned in,
all the females scene. I've watched videos since, and there's a bit in the comics. There's a line of the comics called A-List or something like that, which is a group of female superheroes. So they're kind of teasing that.
Yeah.
But they kind of already did tease that with Infinity War.
It's great. If there's a whole superhero movie that are all females, that's sick. But in this moment,
scene just didn't work.
It took me out of the battle, which is not what it should do.
It was just too obvious, like, look at all the females. We've got females on screen. It was like really pandering, and it wasn't like a decent scene for me.
There were lots of moments that I thought were funny. But then equally, there were lots of moments that they tried to be funny, and I was like, that's just not funny. Like when Ant-Man was testing out the time travel thing, and he turned into an old man and then a kid. I was like, that's just shit.
And pretty much everything Hulk said in that movie, I hated.
I liked Professor Hulk.
As a concept, but the way that he was like, I'm Professor Hulk, so I'm going to be a bit of a... the fact that he was famous, and he was a bit of a...
I'm famous.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was... I didn't like what they did with what can be an amazing character. We've talked about a lot of our gripes with it.
I also
in the Avengers podcast.
Yeah, let's just talk about the things that we liked now then.
Yeah.
I liked the bit where Tony Stark goes and sees his dad. I thought that was really nice.
Yes, I liked all of the time travel sequences.
Most of it was decent, yeah. Most of
it. There wasn't... I mean, obviously, it's 3 hours, so you'd think they would have cut out all the filler, and there wasn't much filler. It's just the scenes that they thought weren't filler. Some of them just didn't really land and weren't that good. I disagree with the whole third act being good. I thought quite a lot of the battle, I was just like, I don't know, kind of zoned out almost. Which is a shame, because I like live for this kind of stuff. Like, I love Marvel.
Let's talk about things we liked. Well, this thing I didn't like.
Sorry, I forgot.
But no, I kind of agree with you. Especially, I knew that Tony Stark was going to die from like halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
So when it happened, it just wasn't a big impact for me.
Yeah, I think we talked about it in our who's going to be deaded in Endgame. Pretty much everything that I thought was going to happen happened. Even Black Widow dying, which was, I didn't think it was going to happen like that. It was just a throwaway thing. But I literally said, "Oh, Black Widow might be dead. Who knows?"
But a lot of the fan service payoff moments kind of went over my head. I'd say I probably got about half of them, but then the other half went over my head. But after watching recap videos and Easter egg videos online, I can see how it would be people have called it a love letter to Marvel fans.
Yes.
And I can see that, and it is a good movie, but the expectations that I had, it doesn't live up to them, especially doesn't live up to Infinity War to me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you don't like it for the opposite reasons to me, because I got all the references and loved it for that. I just didn't think it was a great film in general, but I just loved all the references. It felt like it was a film full of references that I liked, but that's not how you make a movie.
I didn't like Thanos in Endgame either, whereas I liked him in Infinity War.
I mean, I think you'd said in Infinity War, you could almost understand where he was coming from.
Yeah.
And then in Endgame, he's just like, "Oh, I just want to kill you. I'm going to enjoy it."
He showed empathy to loads of the different characters, like when is it Scarlet Witch? When Vision goes and she's like, "Don't worry, I understand." Like, even though he's a villain and he's just killed it, he kind of has that deeper personality to him.
And then in this film,
he's just doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought I agree that they kind of changed.
I do want to watch it again though, still, and
100%.
I still think it's a good movie.
Oh yeah, I don't think. I think we're comparing. We're probably debating between S, A, and B. I don't think it's C, D.
It's because I kind of feel like it should be the best.
S, yeah.
But
it should be above S.
I'm coming up with reasons that it's not.
Yeah.
And it's not.
So we've the reason all these points are kind of like why we're not putting it in S, I'm assuming, not why it's in F tier or something like that. Yeah. Like, imagine if it was worse than the first Thor.
Genuinely,
Thor,
to go to the ranking, I think I would put it in B.
I think I would too, but I feel really bad. I feel like
you feel like you shouldn't put it in B.
I feel like that's going to not age well, and I'll watch it again and I'll be like, this needs to be A at least. But for now, I mean, we're doing the tier list now.
You can say B+ if you want, but
B+.
Yeah.
But it's in B.
But it's in B.
So
there's our ranking, the first reactions ranking.
So let's just brief recap. S tier, Infinity War and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Happy with that.
Nice.
Then first
A tier,
the first Avengers film. Iron Man, literally the film that started like the MCU. Both of those two, so they deserve an A space. Captain America: Winter Soldier, best film in the world.
Thor Ragnarok,
very good film.
Very good film in the world.
And Guardians of the Galaxy
1.
Yeah, so I think there's a running theme which is if you do a really decent origin film,
we like it.
Yeah, we like it. If you do a very average origin film, like Captain America: The First Avenger,
all right then,
then you don't get into A tier, you get in B tier.
Which is what we have in the B tier.
In the B tier.
With Iron Man 2, Civil War, Black Panther, and Endgame.
Why are you running?
Did they say that in the movie? Because they should have done.
No, what they did say is, what are those?
Yeah, that was a shit moment.
Yeah, it's like when Hulk dabs. In fact, Hulk dabs, so Endgame's getting an F. Nah, Endgame definitely stays in B, I think.
In the C tier, we have Iron Man 3, Ant-Man 1, Doctor Strange, Guardians 2, and Avengers Age of Ultron.
As I'm looking at this, I'm quite happy with this list, even though we've compromised on some of the choices. I'm happy with, like, I'm looking at the films in C tier, and none of them for me are better than the films in B tier.
Nice.
Which, I mean, that's how a tier list works. Yes. But I'm glad that we've like compromised our opinions, and they're still kind of truthful, apart from First Avenger for you. Sorry, Anne.
That's right.
Okay, D tier, we have Thor, the first one. I can't remember what it's called. We have Ant-Man and the Wasp, which... No, Dark World was the second one. Ant-Man and the Wasp, which, why is it in D tier? It should be in the fuck off tier, but whatever.
Captain Marvel.
Marvel.
Going down to the last one for F, Incredible Hulk and Thor 2.
Yes, which definitely deserve their place, but Ant-Man and the Wasp deserves it more.
Well,
I'm definitely not salty.
You're salty that something that you didn't like is higher than you thought. So what happens if something that you really loved was low down? Like if I was like, Winter Soldier should be an F. You'd have had to compromise. We're not doing this podcast. I'd stop. I'd get a new put. I'd just do first reactions, but like spell it differently and just do a different podcast, mate. Thank you for watching, people on the YouTube highlight.
Yes. Mate, how are we going to condense that down into a fucking highlight? Jesus Christ. We also said we were going to do multiple tier lists. I think feel like we've gone for like an hour. Yep.
We have. Fuck.
So
how long have we been ranking Marvel movies for?
I was expecting that to be like 5 minutes. It's like we did a mini review for every single one of them, though. So I wanted to do a bite-sized reactions, but I feel like there's already a lot of us. I know it's first reactions, but there's already a lot of us reacted to stuff. So maybe we save a bite-sized reactions.
Okay. We say that like every episode. It's like going to be the new meme. We'll save a bite-sized reactions.
It's like bonus meme. You're like, are we going to get bite-sized reactions?
Oh, mate, yes. Bonus reactions.
Bonus reactions. That's.
Should we rebrand?
Rebranding that, yeah. I'll just record me saying bite-sized reactions, but it'll be bonus reactions.
Bonus reaction.
I've got a boner reactions.
Bonus reactions.
Okay, I do kind of want to rank starters. Do you think we could do that, but maybe a bit quicker?
We could do it quick. Yeah, we could do that quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Pokemon starters.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot we were doing
Tiermaker. We've just done the Marvel one. So, on to Pokemon starters.
We're just going to go literally in the order that they are down here.
Okay.
For the video version.
So, we've got Grookey, who's on one of the new ones.
I think he's a very cute monkey. I like him. Let's stick him in A for now. Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
I can't even remember its name.
Score Bunny.
So you're right. I think it's awful.
Terrible name.
E tier for now. We're going to change E tier to F.
F. Oof.
F.
Change it to oof.
I've spelled F. Oh yeah, we changed it to oof.
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 Okay, next we've got Sobble. I like
S tier.
Yeah.
S tier, mate.
Even if it's just for the meme.
Well, it has to be. S for
look
Sobble.
at his face.
Sobble tier, we should rename it.
Sobble tier, there we go. Can't even remember what that one's called.
Tepig. I quite like it. I just don't think it's F tier.
D.
I'm happy with the D. I like a good D.
Nice, good D. So does Cyndaquil.
Who's
up next, ironically.
Doesn't like a good D. I would have put him in D.
No, he likes a good D.
Why?
You said, I like a good D, and then I was trying to move along quickly, so I was like, so does Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil's known for being gay.
Yeah. First reaction is excusing. Let's put him in a B.
Yeah, I think B's
like
good.
Squirtle.
This might be a controversial Squirtle.
I'd say B.
All right, it's not that controversial. Yeah, I agree with
okay.
that. Piplup. Forgot his name. D.
Right.
Maybe F. Oof. Are we oofing it?
D.
You think D?
Yeah, it's quite cute.
We're only going off the starters, I think, by the way.
Yeah, we're not going on what they evolve into.
Because evolutions, I think Empoleon's a pretty sick evolution.
Yeah.
But Piplup, pretty, just a penguin.
Pretty, just yeah.
Froakie.
I like Froakie, but he's definitely not proper high tier.
I would put him in C. I much prefer his evolutions.
Greninja's
I think
sick. Yeah,
Frogadier, even Frogadier is sick. Like when I saw the second evolutions, I knew instantly I was going to pick that. Whereas from the first ones, I was like, don't know who I'm going to pick.
Right, is in the C. Mudkip.
Mudkip. Everyone loves Mudkips. S tier.
Like Mudkip.
Just for the meme, because there's a meme that everyone likes Mudkips.
Is that?
Yeah. S tier for the meme.
Everyone likes Mudkips.
It's like a really niche like 2009 meme. It's like I has Mudkips. You know, like those stupid like text memes that were like on cats and stuff.
On cats.
They were doing, not like on a TV.
I know what you mean.
They were printed onto cats. Cats went around with "I like Mudkips" on them. Okay, Totodile.
Totodile. I like Totodile.
I really like Totodile. I'd give it an A at least.
Yeah, I was going to say give him an A.
Okay, we're agreeing with all these. Also, I've realised it's saving the fire to last for some reason, but that's cool.
Yeah, sweet. What's this one called?
Snivy.
Don't really.
I was going to say, by the fact that you said, what's this one called? I'd like this one, though, so I'd probably put it in B.
Where would you put it? Put it in C, then.
Okay, good compromise. We're making a nice row.
Ooh.
So we need to fit this
spot. Yeah, it fits perfectly.
Stick it in oof.
Stick it in an oof.
Rowlet. Now, I think we might have different opinions on this. I quite like Rowlet.
Rowlet's okay.
I think it's cute. It's a little
the
owl.
final evolution, I think, sick.
The bow tie on this, I don't think it looks anything like its final evolution.
No, not really.
If I was ranking it on that, it'd be oof tier. But I like the cheeky little bow tie. I think it's cute.
Should we give Rowlet B or C?
I'll go with B because I don't think it's that good.
Just put it in C though.
There we go. Got it eventually.
Right, you give him B.
Right. Do we need to talk about this?
Trico, yeah, definitely S.
I mean, we do because it's a podcast, so Trico's going
to
in
S.
S.
Do we need to talk about this on a podcast?
So yeah,
Trico's definitely one of my favourite starters ever.
I think he's my favourite Pokemon ever. So nice. Trico or Lugia are my favourites in the whole entire world.
I like Lugia too. Oh my god,
mate,
we're so much more in sync with this than Mark. Actually, no, we were pretty much in sync. Like,
yeah, we just argued so much about the two movies we disagreed on. Let's hope we don't disagree about this one. Oof.
What's that one called?
Poplio. I think. I only know that because I'm a Pokemon nerd. I don't know that because I like it. I think it's awful.
Litten.
I think the name makes it worse than the design.
Yeah, I like the design, genuinely.
Just Litten's fucking shit.
Same as Rowlet? Same tier?
Yeah.
In a B?
If it was just on the name, oof. But, right, Charmander.
Has to be S. Oh my, you're going to be controversial on this one.
Just because... So, when it came out, like, you just pick Charmander. Like, first gen, you pick Charmander. It's the rule. But, in total... I think those three that we've got in S tier are, design-wise, a better starter than just a lizard with a bit of fire at the end of its tail.
What? So you think... I'm trying to think on what the actual animal and Mudkip's based off.
Exactly. It is based off something, but
it's
really, really cleverly done. The real thing doesn't have orange bits on its side. The real thing isn't blue. The real thing doesn't have the fin like that. They've designed decent...
I like Charmander.
I'm happily going with A. I just don't think design-wise it's good enough to be an S tier.
On the last tier ranking we did, we both had to agree that it was S for it to be S. So it has to be A.
Then A it is.
Everyone in the comments.
Roast me. I don't think that's going to be that controversial.
Sorry, audio people. I just ate the microphone.
That'll be very
Torchic. Shit name, but looks alright and is actually decent in the games.
Yeah, in the games I chose it because of Blaziken though. I didn't choose it because of that. So basic on this design, it's A or B, I think.
I think B.
Yeah, okay, good. I didn't want to be another controversial thing, so I'll put it A if you said A. I think B. Okay.
Chikorita.
Now, I quite like Chikorita, and I don't think many people do. Not like S tier or A tier. Are we going to B
Not
again?
elite. I think that's another B.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of Bs, but I do think that is a B.
I do.
Chikorita is a B.
I want to go bomb B.
Chikorita in the anime as well.
Yeah, she's got. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell genders on Pokemon, but they get a little cute little grumpy face.
Chikorita!
That's just how it sounds.
Don't assume Chikorita's gender.
It's 2019. Bulbasaur. This might be controversial.
This might be controversial. Are you hovering over B?
I'm just holding it.
Okay. I think it gets a lot of stick, but again, is not that great.
Probably gets a lot of leaves as
Probably
well.
gets a lot of leaves in his sticks.
Does it get a lot of stick? I thought people quite like Bulbasaur.
Whenever we post a meme about Pokemon or Bulbasaur at work, people just shit on Bulbasaur. Genuinely.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Right, well, for that, I feel bad for it. I think it should be A.
Right, let's do it.
Yeah.
You need to build up his self-esteem.
Plus, I think it's really, really cute. I think it's a decent design as well, like a frog with a bulb on its back compared to a lizard just with a bit of fire.
Right, less about... Get off Charmander.
Chuck Norris. About Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris likes Charmander. He'll come in, sort you out.
Okay.
Wait, is that Turtwig?
I was going to say, do you know the name of this one? Now, its evolution, Torterra, I think is sick as well. I think these are the three the three starters from the same generation.
Really? Well, you placed it in D. I was going to say D anyway.
Yeah, I think it's D.
Yeah.
So what was it? Unova starters, I think. Not very good. But to be fair, Piplup might not be a Unova starter, and it could be either of these two, and I wouldn't know. Because they're all basically the same water starter. Piplup, Oshawott, and Poplio are like really bad.
Piplup is in the same gen as the
Chimchar,
yes.
Chimchar, yeah. Oh, Tepig's a Unova. Tepig's with Oshawott. Tepig's not part of this.
Cool.
Never mind. It's irrelevant to the tier list, but whatever. Okay. Chespin. Where are we putting Chespin?
I think Chespin shouldn't be a starter. I think...
You think it's that bad?
I think it's like one of the Pokemon that you see that's like a cute little Pokemon, and you like it, but it's not starter worthy.
Fuck.
So wow. I think it's oof.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
He's got a little hoodie on and he looks cute.
He does?
I think he's like... I'd put him C or B.
Right, well, let's put him in D then.
All right. Fennekin.
Fennekin.
Are you a fan?
I am. I like Fennekin. Maybe not that much. I'd say probably a C.
Because I don't really like him that much, but I'll happily put him in C. I don't think
him.
But them, it's fine. I'll call them all it's.
Thank you.
Right. Oh, Chimchar's last for some reason. But
I like Chimchar.
I do like Chimchar. I think
I like monkeys.
Chimchar is a better design than Charmander is. Just, but like from the design.
I mean, they are quite similar, really.
Yeah,
a monkey with a flaming tail and a lizard with a flaming tail.
Yeah, but I think because he's got like a little poo of fire on his head, and the way his it's not just a generic monkey. It's like they've come up with a different quirk to it.
We'll put him in A,
but we don't have to put him in A.
No, I like him.
Yeah,
yeah. Put him in.
No, I like him. Put him in
him.
Cool.
A.
We're done.
Pokemon starters ranked.
So
completed it, mate.
Let's, I think, just talk about S tier. So Sobble, Mudkip, Trico. If you disagree with those, I mean, to be fair, I'm starting to disagree with the Mudkip. We only put it there for the meme, but should we move it?
Put it in A.
Yeah, let's put it in A. Okay, Sobble and Trico.
Trico.
Don't at us, mate. That's like they are the definitive best starters.
Would there be any other starters you put in S? That we didn't agree on? I don't think we did.
No.
The only one I would is Charmander, but we're not going to start on that again.
I quite like Grookey as well. I think
he looks
apart
cool,
from I can't never remember his name, the bunny one.
Scorbunny.
Yeah, apart from Scorbunny, they've done really, really well with the starters. So I can't wait to see what the evolutions can do.
Depending on the final evolutions, if I play the next Pokemon game that comes out, I think I might choose Grookey.
Yeah, I think Grookey have a better evolution than Sobble, but Sobble just is...
Sobble.
So I might choose Sobble just keep it as a Sobble.
Yeah.
For the whole game.
Nice.
And then let's talk about our Oofed here.
Oofed.
So Score Bunny, very shit. Shit name,
seems it.
Shit design. Just a bunny with a plaster on its nose. How does that make it fire? Just because it's got orange bits. Ooh, it's fire.
It's got red ears.
Same thing with Oshawott. Oh, you got an otter. Painted it white and put a shell on it. Oh, that's clever, isn't it? Poplio is just a seal with a little ring around it.
Fluffy, flowery ring.
It's just not how you do a good Pokemon. It just looks a bit shit. Sorry if you like those Pokemon, because I know they do have like fans. Like a lot of people like Turtwig, a lot of people like Tepig, but I mean they're just not that good, really, are they?
Don't at me.
Don't at us. Okay, I think that's a sufficient tier list. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, just some good tier lists. We talked about some good news in this podcast.
We did.
Don't forget to rate us 5 stars, because obviously we're the only 5-star podcast.
We're the only 5-star, but it doesn't help to get a couple more 5-star reviews. What's going to happen if someone doesn't review us 5 stars and we're no longer actually a 5-star podcast?
Apple Podcasts just stops it, and they're like, no, you can't. They're like, they don't get the option.
I think it would be an even better meme if we were like a 3-star podcast.
3.2.
No, and we keep on saying the only 5-star podcast, and we've only got 3 stars.
I mean, don't rate us 3 stars unless you're doing it for the meme.
Yeah, but it would be a good meme. But definitely give us a review. We want to read those out at the start of every episode, just because it's something to do, and it's a nice way to transition into what we're talking about.
Yeah, you can get a shout out too.
Yes, it's all good. Mate, good timing. My battery's about to die on my laptop.
Nice.
I only just realised. So thank you very much for listening / watching. I hope you watched this one, because I think there was a lot...
What? You said thank you very much, and Siri just went, you're welcome.
What the fuck? They're listening.
I think we need to do the outro.
Let's do the outro.
What the fuck?
It's the First Reaction Podcast. First Reactions Podcast.